All right, so Paddy the Baddy Pimblett is going to be fighting Soren Bach, right? Mr. Viking himself. He's going to be fighting that guy this Saturday. Cage Warriors, if you have Fight Pass, you can watch it and just kind of, it's one of those middle of the day fights. I do watch Cage Warriors because it's always at a time when you're just kind of, I don't know, just kind of like vegging out on the couch. So, but then, Paddy, I wouldn't say he came on the scene, but I just saw him one day and I was like, hey, this guy's pretty cool. He's kind of good. He's got a nice little, he's a ground fighter, got a nice little wrestling. Is it wrestling that he does? Or is it like jiu-jitsu? He has like submission wrestling. That's the best way that I can put it. It's submission wrestling skills. And then he's very unorthodox and just sporadic in the cage. So, just kind of just been following the guy. And I realized he's got a pretty big following because he is from Liverpool. He has a really, really big following. He had the spectacular finish of the year so far. I can say he had the finish of the year so far. With the flying triangle. Yeah, it was a flying triangle. So I think this year that's probably gonna be submission of the year. That shit was beautiful. But it's not like that's not, he does this type of stuff, it wasn't his first flying triangle, even though to me it was, because it looked like an actual flying triangle instead of like a climb up triangle, but whatever, climb up is not a technical term. So anyways, this video is not about Paddy the Baddy, but I did want to let you guys know that he is fighting. I'm pretty sure all the hardcore fans already know about it, but anybody who listens to this channel, and you literally like you're going to be vegging out on the couch this weekend, man, turn on the fight. It's going to be a good one. I like this guy. He's really exciting. Anyways, what I can say is the news to me is that Paddy the Baddy has now said that he is not going back down to featherweight. Paddy was the featherweight champion. He lost the belt, but and then he went up to 155, but he said on the MMA Hour, and he had been saying that he's going to go back to featherweight and get his belt back. He had been saying that, but the thing is about Paddy the Baddy, Paddy Pimblett was 19 years old. Was he 19? Yeah, he was 19 years old when he hit his first when he hit his first flying triangle in Cage Warriors. Cage Warriors 68, he damn near, it was just a highlight reel performance. It was a highlight reel performance. It really was. But the thing is, he missed weight for that fight. He missed weight by 6 pounds for that fight. Paddy is a big boy. He's a big boy. I don't know if he's 6 feet tall or not or what, but he is a big boy. And when I saw him on the MMA Hour, that second time he was on the MMA Hour when he was actually in New York and he was he looked really big. He looked like a big boy. He actually looked pudgy. He looked pudgy. And to think about how much skin, he looks like skin and bones whenever he fights. But then on the MMA Hour, he just looked really, really pudgy. I don't know if it was the camera that adds 15 or 16 or 17 pounds, 15, 20, 25. I don't know, but he looked really, really pudgy. And I was just like, please don't go back to featherweight. I just think it's going to be brutal for him. I think he's growing as a boy. He's 23 years old. Okay, so we're talking about a very young fighter. He's 23 years old. I just don't think that his body is going to be able to take it. He's a growing boy. Think about the first time he was on the MMA Hour, how he looked. The second time he was on the MMA Hour, it was like drastically. He had gained a lot of weight. He was a pudgy little boy. Pudgy, man. So I just thought, okay, so I'm guessing that this guy is going to go to 155 for a couple of years. And then I think he's going to find a home at 170. I believe that he'll find his home at 170, but it's like when you start pro fighting at 18 years old, which is what Paddy did, you're pro fighting at 18. Then when you turn 19, your body is changing and developing. When you turn 21, your body is developing and changing. And now he's 23. He's already been the featherweight champion at Cage Warriors. He's about to take that lightweight strap at Cage Warriors. The next and now he's only 23. I think he's going to find a home at welterweight eventually. I really do. I really think he's going to find a home at welterweight. I'm not sure if they're going to bring him into the UFC, but I think it would be nice to see him in the UFC eventually. You know, he did say that he's not interested in the UFC and this and that and the next. And it sounds like maybe something went down. Sounds like something went down with Paddy the Baddy and Dana and the UFC brass. That's what I think happened because, you know, I hate to say it, but Americans play nice and they will cut you. They will slice you up. They will send you through a shredder. We will. I have to say it. It's just the way that it is. It's calculated all the time. And I think something went down between Paddy and the brass, UFC brass. And, you know, Paddy Pimblett, if you listen to his interviews, he's kind of a bit of a protesting kind of guy. Like he seems to give me like this man of the people type of vibe, you know, young man of the people type of vibe. You know, not like Darren Till. Darren Till's like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. He's always kind of like going on and on about how much he doesn't care. Paddy is different. He's always like, you know, I live for he's like, I live for the Scousers. I live for just like the people. He lives for his MMA, his team. The way that he talks about like justice, you know, like when he was saying he didn't want to sign to the UFC, he was like, it's just, you know, where's the love for all of the Liverpudly, you know, all the Scousers? Where are they on the card? He did say that when Darren Till was, you know, headlining that card in Liverpool, he was like, where is the love for the rest of the people? He said, what about Molly? He said, what about Meatball Molly? We saw what happened to Molly. We saw what happened to Meatball, man. She got sauced. That Meatball got that ass. She got lost in the sauce. That's probably even the better way to put it. That Meatball got lost in the sauce. Anyways, he is that type of guy. So I do think maybe he got sat down by the brass. But they'll come back. They'll come back. They will come back. They give him the right money. I think they'll be able to get him. But even still, I would also like to see him over at Bellator. If he can go up to welterweight, I would love to see him at Bellator. Actually, the welterweight division at Bellator is stacked. You know, we people have been shitting on Bellator, but recently I think everybody's been opening their eyes and saying, hold on, they're putting something together over there. So Paddy's got options, but I would love to see him in America fighting. It'd be pretty cool to, like, you know, just have him here fighting, see the guy really just grow and develop. Not that he can't do that in Liverpool. No shade, you know, no shade to Liverpool. It's just when you become a big star, you have to become international. It's just the truth. In order to realize your true success, to realize the top, the pinnacle, you have to become international. So you can't be afraid to just kind of go out. Nobody's saying move. Don't move. Keep your home. Live in Liverpool. All of that's cool. Respect. But got to travel. You have to travel around. So I would love to see him over here in America. I'd love to see him in Canada. So anyways, that's my thoughts on Paddy the Baddy. Don't go back to 145. You're gonna freaking kill yourself to get down there. You're too pudgy right now. You're a growing, pudgy ass, burger eating, pizza eating, you know, shake drinking, beer guzzling boy. Don't do this to yourself. If you don't want to go to 145, we don't want you to go to 145. I just don't think you can do it anymore. And there's too much more success out there at other divisions. So 145 is not the end all be all. Anyways, that's my thoughts on Paddy the Baddy. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Thanks.